I took a famous Australian Irish folk song and I adapted the words in order to tell the tale of something which happened in this very clubhouse not so very long ago. Some of you will remember it, I expect. If in the course of telling this tale I take anyone's name in vain, I apologise. I also apologise in advance if I misrepresent anyone's drinking habits. Now the world's full of heartache, the world's full of woe. I've seen troubles come and I've seen troubles go, but the most awful thing that I ever did hear is the heartbreaking tale of a club with no beer. I went to Walton Bull's clubhouse one dark winter's night, 'cause in bridge, darts and drinking I take great delight. But I found it depressing, so dull and so drear, to stand at the bar of a club with no beer. Now Tony's anxious for the bottles to come. There's a faraway look on his face and he's glum. And Mike's gone all cranky and Len's acting queer. What a terrible place is a club with no beer. Then Derek strolls up with a dry, dusty throat. He approaches the bar with a £20 note. But the smile on his face quickly turns to a sneer when the barman says sadly, the club's got no beer. When Alan heard this, he frowned and he sighed, but I've got to have Foster's or your best London pride. So if you cannot serve me, I'll go get my gear. I can't stand a clubhouse that doesn't sell beer. Now Don's a darts player and he does like his ale. When he hears there's a problem, he turns very pale. It quite spoils his evening and he lets fall a tear, crying, I cannot throw straight without my jug of beer. Then up cycles Arthur, he puffs and he sighs. He throws down his crash hat, wipes the sweat from his eyes. But when he is told, he says, what's this I hear? I've pedalled 4 flipping miles to a club with no beer. There's spirits aplenty and wines in the fridge. Gordon samples them all, waiting his hand of bridge. But he finds them distasteful and he shouts out, I fear there's no place for me in a club without beer. Now Cliff likes a pint, but first time in his life he's gone home cold sober to his darling wife. As he walks in the kitchen, she says, you're early, my dear. Then he breaks down and he tells her the club's got no beer. Oh, it's lonesome at home on your own, it's agreed. So a trip to the clubhouse seems just what you need. But there's nothing so lonesome, so dull or so drear as to stand at the bar of a club with no beer. But it won't happen again, we've got back the goodwill since Tony stocked up after Mike paid the bill. So it's all okay now, folks, we'll see you back here, 'cause we're no longer a club that's run out of beer.